when you've got what you want.
Hello there everybody. What I want to show you today is this lovely little, it's like a gift bag or a gift box. So you can put presents or anything like that in it. And you can make it to any size. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you the basic instructions to make a bag that is 6" by 3". I'll put the instructions on at the end under the description. But I'm not going into all the maths now because maths is not my strong subject for anyone that knows me. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've cut, the measurements have already been worked out, and I've cut the base to, that's the base of your box, and I've cut that 8 by 5 centimetres. And then what we're actually doing is we're scoring 1 inch on each side. So you get like a, put that down, you can see the score lines, and then you've got little squares on each corner. So the first thing that you need to do is on the long side, and then we're cutting out a little slither of a triangle to make a tab, if you can see that, and we're doing that on each little one there, like so. That's off one of your long sides, so it should look like that. And then if we flip it over, and we're doing the same on the opposite corner, just a little slither out like that, little triangle, and the same on this one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just fold these edges over, crease, nice creasing. I found my bone folder, I'd lost it in the last tutorial. So there we go, and we're folding all these edges over like that. Now this is the base of your bag stroke box. These little tabs here, we need to fold these over as well. So that's 1 tab, 2 tabs, 3 tabs, and 1 more here, 4 tabs. So what's going to actually happen is it's going to stick together like that, and we'll end up with a little box. So on these tabs, I think I will use a bit of tape. But it's glue or tape, as you, again, if whichever your preference is. But it does need to be quite strong, so I'm going to put a couple of pieces of tape on each corner to give it a bit of strength. Because this is kind of the, so if you wanted to put like presents and things in it, you're going to need quite a strong base, so it doesn't all come away, you know, once you stick it together. And just 1 more to go. There we go. Obviously if you're using glue, you're going to have to hold it a bit until it's set before you can let your finger go up, or use a little peg or something like that. So go ahead and take all the backings off the tape. Not having it this morning, look. There we go. And the next one. These are great ideas if you wanted to, like, as a resize it. The instructions are on the front, but you can, so then you can make it for whatever size gift you've got. So you can make a little diddy one if you've got like a nice little bit of jewellery, or for a book or something like that. You could size it up to make a bigger bag. Like I say, I have worked it out and made a slightly bigger one, but I have to ask my 18-year-old son, because I'm not very good at maths. So I'm sure some people out there are, But as I say, I'm just following the instructions that I've written down for the size. So now we've got all these off. What we're going to make now is the box. So making sure that your edges meet at the top, straight across, and hold it down and stick it. Same with that one. Level it to the top like that and stick it. So it should be like a straight edge all the way along. And then go ahead and do the other side the same. So it should look like a little tray like that. Now to make the round bit on the outside, this kind of nice pretty bit here, due to the size of it, you're not going to get it out of 112 by 12 or 1A4. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've took one sheet of 12 by 12 and I'm going to have a bit of a different theme. I've got these lovely National Geographic papers. So it was 12 by 12 sheet and I cut it in half because we're going to want to make a long strip of paper. And then all you go ahead and do then is we join the two pieces together. My little tape tip, actually if I bend it that way it's going to be easy to remove. So yeah, so we're lining the two edges up, so make sure that your patterns are running the same way. Line that up there, that's straight, stick it, and then as I've done before, just pull out your tape. You've got one continuous run. Now on this particular pad there was like a corrugated edge on it, but we're going to be covering that up. If I wasn't, I'd just take a thin sliver off the whole lot. Now we need this 8.5 inches long, so I'm going to cut this, get my cutter, and we're going to cut it 18.5 inches long. Now my cutter only goes to 17, so top tip, turn it over on your wrong side and measure up. So measuring up, so mark it at 12, which is there, and then 12, so I need another 6.5 to make it 18.5. I did a bit of maths there, I'm so proud of myself. So another 6.5. So that's going to be where you need to cut. So I'm going to get, you can even use a small cutter because it doesn't matter, because what you're going to do is, I'll get my little cutter out to show you. So if you place, so that's where your cutting line is there, so that's running across there. So it doesn't matter where you place it, you just need to find your line that you want to cut. It's a bit unwieldy, this, it's a bit big. So it's just to get, so you can get, if you've got a cutter, obviously if you've got scissors you can just do it as you would with a pair of scissors. So my line is just here, just there. So I'm cutting it up to that edge. I'm just going across with my cutter and cutting it off. There we go. So we've got a little tiny bit left. That's just my cutting up, cutting properly. So there we are. So that's 18.5 inches. And obviously with scissors it'll be a bit easier because you just have to cut along the line. It's just that I like the nice neat edge. So make sure you got it the right way up, because this is going to go around your box. So we're going to feed it round the box. So what you need to do on the bottom, so if I have that as my right way up, along this bottom bit, I'm going to run a strip of tape, or again glue, but with glue you're going to have to keep hold of it until each little bit's set. So with the tape it is a little bit easier to negotiate, but if you want, if you're not confident in sticking your tape straight down, you can put a little bit of glue on just to give it a bit of wiggle room so that you're not committed to when you stick your tape. So if you take the backing off, I will take the old backing off on this, because what we're doing is we're working this round the base of the box. Just bear with me. Sorry about that, the dog's just pinched something, but I'm back now. So, yes, my tape's running along there, so we'll just pull the whole lot of the tape off. And then what I would suggest is, if we start, you kind of eyeball it in the middle and put the edge of that box down to your paper, and then just hold it like that. And then what we're doing is, we're not actually folding it, but we're guiding it around. So we're guiding it around, if you can see that, around that edge there. She says, won't go. There we go. And then again on the other side, same thing. If we just line it up like that, and guide it round, and that's like on your edge there. So you've got those two edges done and straight. Just push it down, and then just on the back again, line it up to your edge, stick it down, and this one will overlap a little tiny bit. So again, along the edge and stick it down. And what I've actually forgot to do, I should have put a line of tape down there to stick that to that. Really, it's better to do it before you stick all that on, but I'll try and improvise. I do apologise for this, it's not a good morning. So I'll put that down now, and it's just really to stick those two edges together. So let me take that backing off. Yeah, so if you do, make sure when you're doing yours that you put a run of tape down one of the edges, and it just stops you having to do this bit. But this is what we do in craft. You don't always run to plan. So there we go, that we've got the basis of the bag now, and you can do with that whatever you want. So you can put handles on it, you can run an edge round the top, any number of things. So I think what I'll show you how to do is make a couple of handles, and all you need is, this measures, because you can have the handles or you could put ribbon through it, you know, punch some holes and put some ribbon through it. There's a multitude you can do. I mean, on this one I've run a nice border of contrasting paper across the top, and then I've done a little keyring with some ribbon and made a hole and added that and a little tag. So that's just fancied that one up a bit and put a few jewels on the front of the handles there. But all I wanted to show you in this one is the basis of making the bag part of it, and I will show you the handles. So like I say, mine are measuring 11.5 inch by 2 inch. You can have the handles whatever size you want, but what I would do is fold in half. So if you double the size of the handle width that you want, so if you wanted it 4 inch, do it 2, and it just gives it a little bit of strength. And then I'm going to run again some tape down one edge, like that. I do this for both the handles the same, and then just fold it over and run it. Now, because you want it bent, just manipulate your paper. So just pull it through your fingers or use a ruler so you don't get paper cuts. It's quite easy to do. So just run it, or even down the side of the table, just to get a nice round shape like that. And then I'm going to stick it on the bag. Now, the one that I've done with tape, and it did come a bit loose, so I did a double whammy. I did tape and glue to give it a double stick, because it kept coming undone, because we're going to bend this round on the bag. So there we go, a couple of bits of tape on the end, and that's overlapping a bit, don't want that. So take these off. I don't know where I'd be without my pokey tool. Picking at double-sided tape, I think. Like I say, it depends what mood I'm in as to whether it's the tape or glue day or what project I'm doing, whether it, you know, what it takes best on the project. Like I said, the bottom of this bag is probably really tape because you're wanting it to kind of instantly stick. So with the handle, decide where you want it. So I'm going to have it there and stick that first bit down. And then what you're going to do, make sure it's running the same way. So you got your tape on both the same side and stick it on the other side where you want it. And then if you repeat that, if you want two handles, like on this one, I've got two. So obviously you'd repeat the same on the other side. And then if you were doing an edging on it, you could do the edging before you did the handle. But with the edging, I'll show you on the other side, I just run mine around the bag, which I think that'd look quite nice. And you can fold it over a little tiny bit, probably about 1/4 of an inch, and run it round with a 1/4 of an inch score line down it to give you a nice finish over the top of your bag so you don't see the edge. So there's the bag in a box. I will finish this one off and I'll post a picture up at the end of the video. And thank you for watching. Bye.